If you're on the fence about investing in a 401k or an IRA, this is going to be a great video for you. I know there are other videos all on social media that are talking about how 401ks are somehow scams, they're not used by the wealthy, or you're not even able to see what are in some of the funds that you own. A lot of this stuff is complete baloney. 401ks are a tremendous vehicle. Same thing with IRAs. They're tax advantaged accounts that allow your wealth to grow in a tax advantaged way. It is really some of the few vehicles out there that allow your wealth to literally compound over time. So listen, when I hear misinformation, I feel like it's important to set the record straight. So let's go to the number one falsehood that I heard recently is that 401ks aren't used by the wealthy. Well, that kind of doesn't make sense, because if we look at this report out of Fidelity, they're telling us right here, this quarter saw another all-time high in retirement created millionaires, with 401k created millionaires increasing by 2.5% to just under 500,000. That's from Q1. So it is up from 485,000. You look at IRA created millionaires, it increased 6% to almost 400,000 versus 376,000. These individuals were able to reach this level of retirement savings by starting early and contributing consistently over many years. So if you think this is not a tool for the wealthy, that's just wrong, okay? I actually wrote about this about 10 years ago when I worked on Wall Street, talking about the explosion of 401k millionaires. That trend hasn't stopped. It only is getting bigger and bigger. So if you think that the wealthy aren't using 401ks, that is a falsehood. Another falsehood is that you might not even know what are in some of these funds. And while that can be true, if you're going to be getting into a 401k or an IRA, why not just get into the S&P 500 or a NASDAQ fund where you know exactly what your allocation is going to be? It's going to be some of the biggest American companies literally on the planet. So don't get spooked about 401ks, IRAs as if you're not going to know what you own. Just pick some great securities and then let your wealth just grow. It is as simple as that. And the last thing that I would leave with you is that the contribution limits continue to go up almost yearly or every other year. So for 2024, the 401k contribution limit for an employee is $23,000. That's a lot of money. It's $69,000 for an employee plus employer contribution. So you can see this can rack up massively. IRAs for 2024, $7,000 limit. It's a good chunk of change. When I started putting money into an IRA, it was like a couple of grand. We're talking about decades ago. So listen, the window continues to get larger. You just have to keep buying great companies, invest in some of the best funds out there, and you really can't help but get wealthy over time. So for all the 401k deniers, it's just not true. The facts just say the opposite. Guys, if you see some misinformation or anything that you want us to opine on, please drop us a comment. We are happy to share some of our Wall Street wisdom to make you a better investor. I hope this helped somebody, because it certainly helped me. I will see you guys next time.